Portugal enter the men's EHF Euro 2026 under the steady hand of head coach Paulo Pereira. And that story begins not in hope, but in momentum. In 2025, they achieved their greatest result on the world stage, a remarkable fourth place at the IHF Men's World Championship. It was a breakthrough that transformed admiration into expectation. This is no longer a team arriving to be a polite surprise. This is a team that knows precisely who they are, what they do well, and when to strike. Over recent seasons, Portugal's handball identity has matured. What once relied on raw bursts of energy has evolved into a more layered, deliberate system. One in which spacing, timing, and coordinated movement matter as much as speed. Under Pereira, they have learned to operate in the beautiful tension between structure and spontaneity. They slow the pace when the match demands patience, building organised backcourt attacks with choreographed precision. And then, at the perfect moment, they burst forward with sudden acceleration that tears open defensive shapes. This dual rhythm, the ability to orchestrate and then erupt, has become Portugal's signature style. At the centre of that style lies the backcourt, the engine where Portugal's fate is so often decided. Francisco Costa is the catalyst, a fast, sharp right back who attacks defences with confidence and precision. He has the ability to change direction instantly, slip through tight spaces and create shooting angles where none seem to exist. What makes him so dangerous is his timing. He recognises the exact moment the defender's balance shifts and he accelerates through the gap before they can react. His play is built on instinct and awareness, allowing him to turn small openings into real scoring chances and set the pace for Portugal's attack. Playing alongside Francisco Costa, his brother Martim Costa provides the long-range threat and tactical gravity that changes defensive behaviour. When Martim rises from 9 or even 10 metres, defenders are obliged to step out. And that single step opens passing lanes, penetration opportunities, and pivot feeds. Beyond his shooting, Martim has grown into a secondary playmaker. Comfortable distributing when pressure collapses towards his brother, he is the counterweight that gives Portugal balance. Then there's Rui Silva, the guide and the organiser. Where the Costas bring chaos and momentum, Rui brings calm and structure. He dictates the tempo, resets the attack when it frays, and finds the pivot or the wing at precisely the right moment. His reading of the court, his authority over rhythm, and his timing in calling set plays often make the difference in tight, late-match scenarios. At the 6-metre line, Luís Frade acts as Portugal's anchor. He is more than a finisher, he is a point of reference. He closes defenders with superb body position, absorbs contact without losing balance, and manipulates opponents simply by occupying space. His presence forces defensive blocks to contract, opening angles for the backcourt and demanding additional attention from defenders who simply cannot afford to leave him unmarked. Portugal's backcourt efficiency flows through him. On the wings, Portugal possesses a blend of pace, precision, and composure. On the left, Diogo Branquinho brings cutting speed and clinical finishes in transition, while Lionel Fernandes adds height, strength, and the ability to score under pressure, even from difficult angles. On the right, António Areia and Pedro Portela provide the calm assurance of experience. Areia's delayed wrist action and body control inside the airtime of a jump make him a deceptive and deadly finisher. Portela remains one of Portugal's most reliable runners on the fast break, always reading the defensive block, always ready to punish a turnover. When opponents focus too narrowly on the Costas, Salvador steps in as the tactical counterweight. His long-range shot, his capacity to rise above a packed defence, and his mobility in defensive phases keep Portugal unpredictable. He is the piece that prevents opponents from narrowing the pitch. Defensively, Alexandre Cavalcanti is the cornerstone. His ability to read the intentions of opposing backs, slide laterally across the block and disrupt passing lanes allows Portugal to transition seamlessly between a compact 6-0 and an aggressive 5-1. His communication and tactical discipline stabilise the entire defensive unit. In goal, Diego Rema Marquez has embraced the larger role. His reflexes on low shots, his anticipation on long-range releases, and especially his ability to fire rapid outlet passes make him fundamental to Portugal's transition game. The run to fourth place at the 2025 World Championship gave this team something they once lacked: Confirmation that their evolution is working at the highest level, under the brightest lights, against the strongest sides. It gave them belief and it put their opponents on notice. Yet the challenges remain. Spells where the attack leans too heavily on individual brilliance, possessions that stagnate under pressure, defensive lapses when rotations miss time. At a tournament as unforgiving as the EHF Euro, consistency will determine everything. But the foundations are there. A multi-dimensional backcourt, a pivot who reshapes defences, wings who finish with ruthless calm, a defensive anchor who reads the floor like a map, a goalkeeper who transforms saves into opportunities, and a head coach whose philosophy binds it all together. Portugal arrive at the EHF Euro 2026 not as the hopeful outsiders, but as a team ready to measure themselves against Europe's best. Ready to turn potential into performance and flashes of brilliance into something lasting. They are ready, perhaps more than ever, to challenge the hierarchy and write a new chapter in their story.